So Git test, last time we have discussed about things, Git things. So we have two things. One is Git and other one is the GitHub. So here, what are the code which we have written here? So while using Git, so we'll push from the remote Git to the GitHub repository Git, and here we are storing the our code details, everything here. So before that, our manager or our leads, anyone has to create one main repository. So this main branch, we can call this as a repositories and branches in Git terminologies. So in Git, this repository, what we are creating is, so one of the application, which is the main, we are, oh, one second. Hello. Marco, checking.
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, there is. Okay, fine. Thank Gayatri, no issues, right? From your end?
Hi, Vinod. Yes, I had issues, so I just connected from laptop now.
Okay, okay. Can I go ahead, right?
Yes, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So what are the code which the developers has been writing? So those things we are maintaining in the main repository actually. So in under main repository, we are creating the branches to the each developer for the specific prints or specific applications. I mean dependency applications. So according to that, the developer can clone these repositories, these branches, main repository under these branches, and they will write and they will push the code to branches. Then once they are done, they will push into the main repository and with the help of leads or managers. Like if they are going to approve, then it will go to the main repository. So we can see now. So how the application code will be pushed into the repository. Okay.
Git ACM.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, you can see here Windows, right? So you
Yeah,
can click to Windows. Use your system Mac OS or Windows?
Windows.
Windows. Then you can go for uh, 64 or 64-bit only. Yes.
Yes.
Open this.
No, I'm just trying to make a payment because I already skipped for a month, so we are transferring some late time fees for this.
Now click this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pay
Then
the bills,
next. Yeah.
and then
Yes.
maybe monthly it can be deducted from my account.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can make the initial payment and maybe set up since there is a direct debit, it can automatically go. I want to do anything in this. Yeah, I think it's already showing in my
No, you
transaction.
can do install directly. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Apart from this, I don't have any issues. So it will be automatically debited from my account monthly. For the coming month? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Meanwhile, can you open your GitHub account as well?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have anything actually currently, so we have to
Mm.
create the first for a project purpose. We have to create the repository first. So, for
Mm.
example, if we are developing any application, before that, initial thing we have to click for the
Sorry to
repository.
interrupt here. The
Uh,
session is record. We are recording the session, right?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So we have to create the repository. You can see the repositories column after overview in your
Uh,
profile down. So click that and select new. Your repository name. You want which one you want to choose? You can choose. Yeah, okay. Then here you can see, right, public and private. So
mm,
in this sector, the public means then anyone can hack your code and anyone can able to utilize your repositories. And I mean, like you can kind of a freelancer, you can open your code open source and anyone can utilize and they can able to build the code as well. So for your
mm,
code, they can make the changes anything. So if you want that way, then you can make it public. Or if you want the private means, then only you have to provide the specific permissions to the people that people only
mm,
can able to push the code into the repository. In real time, we will use private mostly 90%, but
mm.
in a normal way, we can use public. So you can choose
Okay.
public only here. And the
Okay.
thing is, second is README file. Okay, so what is README file means? It's the initial commit. So it will, I mean, for example, if you have a specific application, so you have to define the entire details into the README file in the repository. So, for example, you have some statement API is the name of your application name. I mean API name. So you have to mention the if you have to create the code under that repository, and you have to mention what is the statement API, how it works, what is the use of the statement API. Entire details you have to include in the README file. They will give one specific file for you for the outside people reference purpose. So if you want to install, then you can do. Then it will create one file also. And the third is a license, so you not required any license, so you can go for the create repository.
Okay.
So now what we have done is we have created the repository here. Okay, you can see there in it under test you can see the main. So main is the main sector for the branch of the entire repository. Okay, so whatever the code is working under this repository, so the code should be replicated in the main repository. Okay, so you can see main, right there.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Main. Okay, if you click that, can you click drop down, and you cannot see anything under the repository. I mean branches. Any nothing. There is no branches as well. So in left side, in right side, you can see the code.
Mm.
So code, you can click that. So now we want to make the connection from this repository to in our local Git.
Local.
Okay, so there are three ways to connect. One is HTTPS, second one is SSH, and third one is GitHub CLI. So we are
Mm,
using mostly two things. One is HTTPS and second one is SSH. So while
mm.
choosing this, before that, we have to clone any repository under our, we have to do two things. So which way we need to do? For example, I want to go with the HTTPS. So I have to make some connection in between HTTPS to our local. So we have to provide some permissions in our GitHub account. And SSH also, we have to provide the authentication key generation in our local and access to the GitHub account for the secure way. So everything should be go here as a secure way actually. So you can choose HTTPS first. I will show error also how we have to resolve the errors also for this. You can copy that. No, no,
This one.
yeah.
Okay.
You can see the
Mm,
right side copy symbol. You can click that, it will copy.
mm,
Yes.
mm,
And go to your Windows server.
mm,
I mean like Windows desktop.
mm.
Yeah, finish. Okay. Windows desktop. No, desktop.
Desktop. Okay. It
So,
is installed, right? I need to run this again.
no. It's, you can go back. The desktop, I mean, I need the plain desktop, which you,
Okay.
and, yes.
1 minute. I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do right click here.
Mm,
You
yeah.
can see git open bash. Bash. Actually, GUI we won't
Mm,
use in everywhere. We are using only
mm,
bash. So if you click bash, it will open.
mm.
So here you can see where you will open the uh, this git bash. The window will open in the specific folder. So if you are
Mm.
using desktop, so it will open desktop only. So if you want to
Mm.
go using some other folder, then it will open that path only. So that is
Okay.
the compatible for the Git bash. So here
Mm.
what we need to do, actually, you want to clone. I mean, what is the clone means? The what repository you have created, that directory you have to install in your machine. I mean, you have to pull in your machine, download.
Okay.
So for before
Okay.
downloading, you have to create one directory, anything. So for our,
Test in the same name.
you can put like you can put your name also, Shubhashri, like mkdir space
Okay.
directory name. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Enter. You can enter into that directory cd space that Shubhashri. You can maximize this screen.
Mm. Mm.
uh, okay, so now you need to pull that. So before pulling that, what we have to do, we have to initialize the repository first. I mean, like that repository should be able to understand the commands and also the access level for the repository that which we are
Mm.
downloading. So for
Mm.
initializing those repositories in git, we have to first do the initialization. So what command we need to do is git space in it. Yeah, you can enter. Now you can see, right, there is a .git repository has been created for
Mm.
initialization purpose. Okay, now you can clone that. So you can do git space clone that repository URL. Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Mm.
Space clone space right click that repository URL, you can
Right click.
paste, enter.
Okay.
So you can see now it's cloned.
Mm.
Okay, so what it's showing is uh, it's very minimal and able to see. Can you
Oh,
big?
do you want me to maximize or
Yes, yes,
something?
yes, yes. Not able to see. It's showing very minimal for me.
How this
Okay,
screen? One
let me
minute.
share my screen.
Sorry?
I will share my screen. I will show. So I'm
Okay.
not able to see properly. Something very small I'm seeing actually.
Okay. Actually, cloning into test, it was saying like 100% completed.
Oh, it's done. Cloning done. Huh? Okay,
Ah,
okay.
yes.
Cloning done. Okay.
Okay, if you can show means not an issue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will also show. You can see right my screen now.
1 minute. Yeah.
So this is the desktop. So I'm opening my GitHub. So these are my repositories, for example. So what I'm doing, I'm cloning one repository. The repository name is Vinod rep. So I'm copying this. So I am also creating one directory. So directory name is git init. So you can see, right. So here I'm cloning. So what I'm doing first is git init command. Then I'm initializing the repository. Then git clone that URL. Oh, I have copied the wrong one. Okay. See, here I have cloned the URL. Okay.
Mm.
So now if you see here, actually, previously there is no master here. But
Mm.
when I after the cloning the profile, actually what happens? So that Vinu has become the master.
Okay. Main folder, like
So this is the master folder. In inside that, so if you see what
branches.
is the my repository name is Vinu. You know
Mm.
this repository I have cloned. So
Mm.
now this one should be changed. So we know that. Okay, see now from Vinu to as changed to Vinod rep to master. No, not
Okay,
Vinod
the
is
thing
suppose.
is, Vinu is created in the GitHub
The,
URL, and Vinod rep is something
no, no, no.
locally we have created.
No. Yes. Vinu is locally which I created, and Vinod rep is GitHub URL I'm pulling to the local.
Okay, okay.
Okay, why Vinu has previously become master? Because of Vinu has initialized the repository
Local,
here,
sorry, sorry.
git dot git. That Vinu
Mm.
has done this. That's why Vinu got also permissions as a master.
Okay.
So after switching to Vinodrup, then Git has considered, okay, this is the not guy, so this guy is the main master.
Mm.
Now I can see some files are there, something different files. Okay, so first of all, before that, I'm checking. So while any files, if you are downloading, so you have to check whether the file status. Okay, so I'm doing Git status. So I'm my screen is showing there is no issues on the anything. So it's showing like nothing to commit. Working tree, it's a very clean tree. It's showing. Say. Okay, now what I'm doing is I have to create one file. So this is
Okay.
my what we can say this is my workspace area. Okay, so
Mm.
I can do anything in my workspace. So what I'm doing is I'm creating some such so Vinod file I'm creating. This is my workspace area. Now my workspace is done. Now I'm moving this workspace. I mean this workspace to the staging area or index area. What we can say it is as a staging or index area means this is the untracked file from the Git. So I am making this as a tracking file. Okay,
Mm.
so if you see Git status, you can see this is the untracked file. So even
Mm.
Git is also saying like it is untracked file. You can make it as a Git tracked file in Git. So what I'm doing is I'm making it as a tracking. So Git add the file which I has created is Vino. So I'm giving my name and executing. Now I'm giving the same command status. Now it's tracked.
Mm.
Okay. So same thing. So the coder who is developing their code, they will pull the code and they will write the code and they will untrack the code. I mean, from untracking to tracking the code. And once they are tracking, then whatever the changes they made. For example, in Vinod, I have done some changes. Otherwise, I created this is the first file I have created. For example. So what I'm doing is, so I just committing this file to the local area. I mean, Git to local area. So Git commit hyphen im is the message and what file I have tracked is this is the file. For tracking that file I am committing. So what I need to give is some message I'm passing to this file only. For this file I'm passing to the message.
Mm.
This is my first file. This is my first file I'm just committing. So I'm committing. So you can see the commit mode is created and
Mm.
the whatever the commit has been done. So what it created one log file. Okay, if you see git log is the command to see the log status. So I can see these are the old files which I have committed previously. So you can see here I am the committed who done recently is started December 2nd. And what is the message which I have given for that file is this is my first file. So if you are who are done the wrong comments or any changes who made in the organization, so we can track the people like this. Whenever they do the commits, we can see who did the commits also. Actually, so you can click Q and it will go, and you can see here now Git state answer. Git commit has done, and now I want to do is Git push. So what I did is Git push to which one where I have pushed to master. So if you see here, the Vinod file is not available here. So once I done the refresh in here and done the refresh, then you can see my file here and my message of the file changes.
Ah,
Hello.
yes,
Okay, now
Vinod.
Gayatri, you are available.
Yes, no, I'm
Okay,
listening.
I'm saying like you are also have some network issues. So what we are doing is actually we are creating the file. We are just creating the file, and what we are doing is once we are creating, we are adding that file. We are first checking the file whether that is untracked or untracked. So whether it is untracked, what we are doing, we are adding that file to the tracking file. Once we are tracking, so what we are doing, we are committing that file while passing the message. Git commit icon. And once we are committing, we are pushing that code.
Okay. If someone is trying to change in the same file,
Yes, yes.
they need to first pull
First
the.
pull. Yes, first pull.
Okay.
So, first thing, this is the first basic thing. Okay. And the second is, so you will get some issues. Okay. So, what kind of issues you may get? So, if you see here, this is my configuration details of my Git. So, you can see here, mm, this is my email and this is my username. So if you are the first time, I mean, if you are able to push the first time, then you are getting this kind of errors. Like you are the not the right guy to push the repository. First, Git will won't accept your push to the repository. Why? Because due to the security issues first, and second thing is committing issues. So Git doesn't understand who are committing to the main repository. So you have to tell you are the person or the main person, like with your email ID and the username. Then only Git will create on your name with the specific commit IDs. Then it will push to the main repository, because of for the tracking purpose of the other people who are using the same repository. Then they should know, okay, these are the people as committed previously. Then we should have do the changes. For example, you can see here. Just refreshed. See, you can see the two people previously who are the contributors for this repository actually. One guy is this one and this is me. Okay, so for example, this guy has logged it, for example, next time. So he used my same branch. So he utilized and he has pulled the same code into this local and he is pushing. Then we can see this guy changes also here. So we can see, okay, Harnath has done the recently commits or he recently changes or recently update the repository. Then you can see this is the changes and this is the commit IDs from the Harna. So I can see the last commit happened 4 minutes ago actually. So what commit I have done is, so the file which has committed I can see here. One second. So this is the one way. Okay, and another repository choose. So once you have done here, so once you are joining and once you are cloning the repository, so there is no need to give again and again git init command actually. So here you can see this is my another repository. So I'm just going, I'm just opening. So you can see DevOps is the main, and Srinu is, what is this Srinu? Why you should not coming master or main means because of Srinu is the sub branch of main actually. So when my last checkout was Renu and my last update was the Renu branch, so that's why when I was going to directly pitch into the that repository, then the where we have left, then that from starting onwards it will come where I have left from. So that is the main plus here actually. So I left from the Renu branch. Now when I'm logging to again, then I'm starting from the Renu branch as well. So what is the branch means? So for example, Srinu is the user. He is writing some code. So he has to push into his specific uh, repository. I mean, specific branch under repository actually. So for example, I am doing git pull command. If any changes may come, then it will come. See, you can say they're already up to date. Then I will do git pull main. So main is the master branch. So I am checking. So it's saying you don't have write access for the to pull the git repository. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to the git checkout main. So it's saying switch it to main branch. So these are the files I have currently in main branch. So what I'm doing is I'm just checking the status first. So I can see one file is not is just committed but not yet pushed. Got it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing git. Okay, this one is not required for me. So it's the different branch it will make for us. Okay. I'm adding another. So I have pushed here actually, but I am where I means I am in main. Okay. Hmm, I am now switching to the string of branch. I switched and here and pull. It's not okay. No, not a bit easy to forget. Okay, fine. All this command is step of it. So if you see here, here I have pushed the main repository. The paper is the file. Where is paper? Paper. Yeah, paper is the file here. I have just pushed. And if I go to the screen and there is no paper here. So why? Because whenever you have any data, I mean, in your repositories, the repository data should be available in master, but whatever the master data should not available into the branches. That is the rule. So if you are pulling any data, so the data already has the master branch data is there in the repositories, I mean branches, but branches data should not be available into the repositories because of we should not able to merge the code into the main repository. So if you are understand or not, I can explain again with the detail.
What you are trying to say is in the GitHub dashboard, like whatever is available there, um, before you are trying to pull, the same structure should be available in our local also.
No, not that. Uh, for example, this is my main repository and this is my branch. Okay. So,
Mm,
so what I'm doing is this is the main and this is the branch. I have
mm,
files here in branch. So I have 10 files here and here I have 5 files. Okay. So whatever the file is I have pushed here, it should be available in the branch. But whatever the 10 files which I have pushed into the GitHub repository, it should not be available into the master. That is the rule. So why it should not be available is, so for example, this is why main branch is, I mean, this repository we can consider as a master. Master means whatever the code has been completed with the test cases and also everything should be compiled perfectly. That code should be only maintained in the main branch, I mean master branch. Whatever the code still under into the test and still yet to be developed way, those things that should be maintained into the branches.
okay.
So once the developer who has completed the code sprint wise everything perfectly, so that code should be pushed into the main branch.
Mm,
So that is the
okay.
reason. If the next time the developer has to pull the code means he has to work means then what is the main code is there? It should be available here for helping him to not write the again starting onwards.
Mm,
So this is the rule. So that's why here also we are able to see the uh, main branch file into the sub branches also.
okay. You are trying to say the difference between the main
Main
thing and the
branches. Why we
branch.
are creating branches means because of that. The testing level
Okay.
what we are doing is sub
Only
branches we will
approved
create.
one will move to the main, and
Yes,
rest will remain in
rest
branch.
will
Yeah.
remain the yeah. So here for example, I am creating one file touch. You know, so for example here it is. So you have multiple files. For example, you have multiple files. What you will do is you have to do just git add space dot you can give. Then it will consider as all files should be as into the dragged files. So if you want to do a specific file, a single file means you can give the file name. That is the shortcut actually. I am just giving the dot to consider all and git status. I have one file only. Then git commit I can something I am giving. Okay. So it has changed and git push. So manage push now. Where is this? So it should be in Srinagar, Kumar. Kumar. Here. Okay. Kumar just now I have committed. Okay. Now see you can see here. So you have received recent pushes less than a minute ago, and automatically while I'm pushing the code here in the branch, so automatically it's asking me to do the pull request to the main branch. What is the main branches? This is the main branch. Okay. So I'm opening here compare and pull request. I'm clicking this. And what is the message which I passed? It should appear here. I mean, like that. Here I have passed messages, commit message passes, something status. Okay, so it's appearing here. So whatever the description, for example, I made the changes in the specific file. So kindly check and consider this to commit into the main repository. Something like that they will do. And you can see here, this is the base branch, and this is the compare branch. I mean, our Srinu branch. I mean, coder branch. So they will check here comparatively, and according to that, the code will differentiate. We'll see here, and according to that, the manager or lead who are able to accept this, they will accept it. So I'm just creating the pull request now. So you can see here, last time I told you, this is the plus one minus one, and it should be rating your code. So plus one, minus one, plus two, minus two, I mean, plus zero, minus zero. So plus one, plus two, plus one, zero, minus one, minus two. These three things actually. Okay. So it depends on the rating by the our manager or lead actually. So I have done the request. Okay. Now because I am the admin, that's why for me it's showing. Actually, for me it's showing the merge the pull request. Usually we won't able to see the this request actually. This request will see by the our lead or manager people. So they will see this and they will see the differentiation. Then only they can click this merge pull request and confirm it. So once they have accept this, then the branch should be merged successfully. So here the thing is you can create the short branches also or long-term branches also. For example, if you are doing initial commit just for a small changes, you can put normal branch, I mean like partial branches. So once the commit is done, you can delete the branch. So I'm deleting the branch, then the branch will be deleted and you cannot see the branch now. So you can see if you want to restore, you can restore. So again it will restore. So this is the way to push the code, to merge the code, to pull the code and everything. And also now coming to the part of GitHub. Okay. So when I'm showing you these things, git configs. So git config hyphen list, you can list out. You can see my details here. Remote related things. Where is my details? This one. Yeah, sorry. This one. Okay. So how it's enabled is so here. Okay. Here you have to go, you have to do the settings. In settings part, go to the developer settings and personal access tokens and tokens. So here what we need to do is we have to generate the token for to access the repository or push or pull the details from the main repositories. So this is the access token in the main for the security purpose we have to generate, and then only we can able to push or we can pull. Without this token we cannot do anything actually. And the second thing, okay, so what the second thing is, for example, I am doing through SSH, for example. So what I'm doing is SSH, I'm creating the SSH hyphen keygen key also already exist. It's showing already existed with SSH hyphen keygen. Again I will recreate, we'll see. It's creating the SSH key SHA-256 and saying this is the path we can see the key. So what I'm doing is I'm going that path now to show you the key. See, this is the SSH. So what is meant by SSH means it's a secure socket host. The key will generate uh, in the SSH folder. So this key is the validation for the access to the main. So here you can see the ID RSFO. So if you click this ID RSFO, You can see the token. This is my personal token which I created my own hand, and the token which I showed you in GitHub, that is the token created by the GitHub team. So this is the personal token. What I am doing is I am copying this and going here again, scene, settings, and SSH keys, and you can add your key, like so, new key something, whatever you want to define, you can put and you can add. Then once you have added, then again the connection between from this GitHub to your local repository GitHub should be able to go in the push or pull fee do by the secure way. I mean encrypted way. This is what in real time what we are doing exactly actually. So we are generating token or we are using this SSH. So SSH won't possible we are doing every time. So in coding purpose, what we are doing, writing the coding, the developers anyone, what they will do is they will use their tokens actually. So whenever they do the build or any kind of activities, so the token which they have added, that will help to them to pull the code from their any repositories. So any doubts here, then I can explain again clearly if you.
Yeah, no issues, Vinod. Also, I will go through this recording,
Hmm.
and if anything, we will discuss it tomorrow on this.
Yeah.
As of now, I'm
Okay.
good.
Gayatri, you have any doubts?
No, Vinod, I think I need to go through the recording actually. I'm not 100% clear on it, but we go through the recording, I'll be a bit clear.
Yeah, please go through the recording and ask me again, then again I will explain. No issue on that. Until unless if it is not clear, please explain. Please tell me. I will explain.
Actually, the concept behind this, we are theoretically we are okay,
Hmm.
but the commands we are not familiarized with those things. That's why if we
Which
go through
commands you are expecting?
everything like copying, git cloning, and
Okay. Those commands you should learn actually. That
uh,
is the basic commands, default commands for every developer or any our people also, like DevOps guys
oh,
also.
okay,
There is no changes in the commands wise actually.
okay.
Okay, and what else I need to tell is so logs actually. So git logs. So what are the commands we have as of learn is git init. One is git init and clone is the command. Then we have add git add and commit. Sorry, git push, git pull. So these are the commands only as of now we learn. Only one, two, three, four, five, six commands only. Just we in daily use what we are using. These are six commands we are using. So nothing much we are not using anything more than that actually. So if any issues may come on the merging part anything is then we just about that mergings that things. That's it. So not we can
Mostly
just
developer will be using this, and
yes, yes.
DevOps people also use the
DevOps,
same.
we will use for to upgrade any pushing the any files or scripts anything. So we will use these commands only. After these
Okay,
commands, we cannot do anything actually in real time.
okay. Hmm.
So mostly I'm exploring more for the commands for you for better understanding that. That's it. Or else
Hmm.
this the only six commands is enough for us in our lifetime.
Okay, okay.
So for example, if you have any issues on for this from this okay. Can start account again. Okay. See, here is before that we need to understand how to push the log, how to fetch the details, how to pull the code, so that we already know, and how to check the logs actually. So if I give git logs, so you can see the list of the logs. So if you want to more detail of any log, so you have to click and git.
What this log contains actually?
Okay. So what log contains means whatever the details which you have created, which you push into the repositories, the details who done by them, that detail should be stored into the log directories. So, for example, this guy has committed and pushed into the
But
code
that are
repository.
visible in dashboard itself, right?
Yeah, dashboard itself we can enable, but usually we cannot go and check in the dashboard. Actually, if you see here, so okay. See, you cannot see the commit IDs more. Why? Because there are no one or two members are committing the code. There are n number of people are committing the code daily. So you can get more commits and logs also. So for that,
Okay.
if you want to filter, it might be very tough. So that's the reason
Oh.
what we will do is we will go for the terminal actually. So here we can list out actually. And
Mm.
for today, how many logs has been done this? So if you see, each log will contain 4 lines actually. So I want to take just 5 of this starting lines. If I go, so git. So So I can see entire details. If I give first 5 lines, that is enough for us to check the entire details. And you can see the difference also, the file which has created. So you can see by using this command, git diff command, you can see the difference of the file also. So it will show like that. So what is the state we have pushed and what is the thing we have pushed and what is the name we mentioned in the content, everything. So if you want to make it as a small, I mean like not you want to elaborate the more detail, so you can put git clog hyphen one line command to see the all the one line. It's a one line command. So you can see this is the comments which I have done in my entire repository.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And as well as the same thing. So we have to create any branches. For example, I want to create a branch. So that branch should be git branch menu, like menu. I can create from menu. So if you create like this with the branch, so the branch will be created. So here it's not showing any created things like branch. Your branch is created. Branch is like nothing. We have got the details. So if you see git branch is the command if you type. So you can see the list of the branches. Currently, we have two branches. One is menu, which we created just now, and one is master, which is already exist. So you can understand the star symbol means then which branch you are in currently. So while pushing your code, you should be first aware of that from which branch you are pushing your code into the repository. So if you are doing in the master branch, you are pushing the code, then the entire code structure will be collapsed because of your commits. That's the reason the developer who are pushing the code mistakenly from the master branches. So what lead people doing? They just restricted the code, the who are not able to directly push to the repository. Then they made create the pull request and a merge request in the branches. So that's the reason they will notify each commits to them. Then only they will check properly and they will commit. They will once they will do the merge request, accept the merge request. Then only your code should be present in the main repository. Until unless if they won't accept your merge request, then the code should be present in your local branch what you are creating. So this is the menu branch. So I create a branch in my local, but I am not able to publish my branch into the main repository. If you see here, so you cannot find my branch here. You can see only main master string, but you cannot find my menu. So if I want to push my menu branch into the main repository, then what I have to do is, so git checkout is the command to switch into the branch. See, now I am switching to the branch menu. So if I want to do any files to push, oh, okay. This is a new branch. So here you can see I got one session from the Git. So Git is saying your branch is upon the uh, commits. So I mean the streams of the main menu. I mean like main branch. I mean the branch top. So you have to use this upstream to understand the main menu branch. What I have done, so I have pushed my code. So now if you see here, I'm reloading and my branch is presenting here. Oh, sorry. I didn't create the full request. this trimmer in next. And we have this now, next. Yeah, let me try one. Oh, sorry. This is the DevOps repository. My repository was Vinod Rep. Sorry. I am searching in different repository. Vinod Rep. Okay. Vinod Rep. Okay. Yeah. Here is my rep branch menu. I'm also a bit confusion. I mistakenly added to the different checking the different repository. So DevOps is the different repository and which I'm searching is the different repository. So this repository which I've created the branch. So menu is the branch. So that branch I have pushed. Now you can see the branch. So whenever the code, if you are creating separate directory and that directory you have under added any files that you are pushing. So you can see here in menu you can see the master branch details. But here I have created only one file which is called is self. So I didn't created any other files actually. But if you see, you can see the remaining files also here that these files are which I said you earlier, that is these are the related to the master branch. So this branch file should be definitely present into the sub branches, but the sub branches file should not be present into the main branch. So again, same, I am creating the pull request. So while merging into the main repository, so I'm creating the pull request. This is the default thing which we need to do every time and merge the pull request, confirm. So you can commit. So here again, the same thing. So I'm listing out. So you can see the all the files. So if any files, if you are able to commit or if you are able to push into the repositories, so you can see the committed intersections also here. So for example, we know this is the file, something I'm going to return. Okay, something again, file is there. So again, it went to the untracked system. So whatever the modify if you do in the previous file also, then again the file should went to the again untracked system. Then again you have to do the same thing, tracking, then commit.
One small help,
Yes, yes.
all the Unix commands that you're entering, right?
Hmm.
So can you after
Okay.
this call probably can you type in those commands and give us short description of that?
Oh, you guys not aware
Like
the system, Linux system?
actually, I'm not aware of it. No,
Shubhashri,
I'm not
what
aware
about
of it.
you?
Yeah, actually, I have experience in Linux. Not
Okay.
an issue for me,
Okay.
but that will be helpful, as Gayatri said. Like,
No,
if
if you want
you
means I will tell about Linux system also. What is kernel, what
Not
is
required. Just no.
okay.
So only the important commands. If you
Hmm.
the
Yes, yes.
most frequently used commands, if you
Yes,
could
I
type
understand.
and after
Hmm.
this call probably I can give you
Definitely,
inspiration.
yeah. I will change and I will change. So see,
Yeah, sure.
I have done the commit changes now. So you can see the file has changed
and
and
one
then
more.
hmm,
Sorry to interrupt
yes,
here. These steps, do you have as a documentation, like with screenshots or something,
steps. Means this one you are talking about
like a
commit.
push pull?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This
Then
document I have. I will share to you.
yeah,
The
yeah.
commands,
Thank you.
what is the use of command and the example of the command that I have created. That I
Okay.
will share to you.
Yeah,
That
thank you. That
Linux
will be
I
really
will
helpful.
prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linux means I will prepare that.
Okay, I have document in Linux commands. I'll also share to you. If that is useful, you share back to Gayatri.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
That will be okay. Yeah, you can share that Subhashri. Still,
Hmm.
uh, what remotes will be sending will be specific to the Git, right? It will be easy for me
Okay,
to
okay.
refer.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, okay. So if you see, if you are not understanding, please tell me. Then again, I will repeat to make you understand. If because I am not the training related experience actually. I am normal guy. I mean, how you guys are working like that
Yeah,
only.
no worries. As of
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
you're good. Yeah.
So you can see here when I'm committing the file. So previously I didn't got anything. Once I committed, I can see the file intersection has been changed actually. So you can see the one file has been changed, and the it's showing a plus means one line I have added. So this is the only one line which I added earlier in above. So that line is showing here plus one. So if I added two lines, then it should be two lines. Three lines means three. How many number of lines it should be? So the same thing if you pulling the uh, code from the Git main repository. So previous who developers has been committed and changed the lines. The changed line of the each line should be appear for you. How many lines has been changed in your entire master repository also. So that is the difference you can notice even also. So now I am pushing this git push. So again the push has done, and again here you can see the changes. Sorry, I am in master. I want to go minute. I can see. Hi, this is Vinod. So if you see in master, you are not able to find my details here. Vinod file. That there is no content in the Vinod file, but the content is available in the branch, sub branch. So this is the difference. So whatever the code which you are writing, the code should be available on your branch only, not in the main branch. So if you want to push this code into the main branch, then only you have to do the creating of the push requests. So main branch code.
So basically, not all the local code that we develop
Hmm.
will be present in our local branch.
Hmm.
And then, let us say all the unit testing is complete and I want to move to QA. In that
Hmm.
case, will there be a separate QA branch or should I move to
No, not
the.
QA branch. So whatever the code which you are developing initial stage, so that
Mhm.
code everything has been completed on the this test and quality everything. So once it has
Mhm.
done, then it will go to the master branch, main branch. So there are
No,
three
no, see,
branches.
see, see.
Uh,
Like only QA, not production. No, I haven't got the QA side of it.
hmm, hmm,
In that case, the master branch will be the production version, right?
hmm, yes.
So in, but my version is the development, still it is a development version, no?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
where will I keep it?
So whatever the only developed version, that version first has to complete even testing
Mm.
also. So once it
Yes.
has completed the testing, then only it will push to the master.
Okay.
Until unless it's not complete the test related testings in the previous dev or initial branches, then we cannot able to merge into the master branch.
Okay. And while we want to merge, we have to use push and pull. Otherwise, we should not use
Ah,
push and pull, right?
yes, yes. So once
Okay.
we have pushed, then again master branch also have test. Then
Okay.
master branch will do the we have to do the test. Then
Mm-hmm.
once the test has been completed, then we'll go for the QA also for master branch. Then only we will finalize put into the production.
Okay.
There are 2 to 3 times test should be completed in the local branch and master branch both.
Okay.
So here I am not able to see. So what I am doing is, so now I will switch to the master branch. So master branch command is git checkout master. Now I am checking whether which branch I am in. So master branch. So git pull command. See, you can see git pull. So I am pulling the code from master. And here you can see 2 files has changed. One is help and one is window. We'll see. One is help and one is window. So previously these files we are not able to have in our local actual. That's the reason we pulled again. Then again it's a creation the mode has been done and we can see the 2 files again in the window. So now ll we not cat we not paste. See there is no nothing is there. Again what I am doing is you know see you can check here. So what I did is hi Vinod how are you is the content but in here in this branch where is this branch? In this branch Vinod content is this is Vinod. Hi, this is Vinod. But here content is Vinod how are you? In master. Now we'll try to push. You can see now Vinod how are you is the content has been changed in the master repository. Now what I will do is git checkout menu. Then again I will do git pull.
Actually, I have covered all these documents.
Okay.
So all these commands in the document. This is prepared by me. You just check it out. Yeah.
Okay. I think that it will be useful. Thank you. Thank you, Subhashi.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Thank you.
Maybe, can you do one thing in the document? Can you highlight what are the comments that we'll use for Git in some different color and send it across?
Okay. Okay. Where you have sent actually in
In Gmail, I have mailed you.
oh mail you mailed. It's a Vinukumar 831 you have sent it question.
1 minute. The first day you have shared me some course details, no? The
Mm.
same Vinu. 1 minute. Vinu Kumar 831 at
Yes,
gmail.com.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, this one, yeah, normal. Yeah, these are the things only we are using in the daily life.
Okay, then if it is good, kindly say you want my ID.
Mm.
If you want to add, you add more, you add it. So no problem. Take it.
Yes, yes, yes. Get sudo ds delete.
These are to analyze the logs and our file things.
Yes. Differentiate, Linux commands, change note. Almost you covered everything, Subhashi. I think not required to add wget, yeah, stop command, history, rewind,
And also, while
differentiation.
circulating, I have a company symbol on the top. Just remove that alone.
Which one?
That globe, Temenos.
Oh, okay, okay. It's I cannot remove. Once I will download, then I can remove.
Okay.
So I think you
Just now
understand.
noticing while you are sharing, only I was noticing.
I think when we create a Word document, we'll automatically take the company's logo.
Yes.
So as of now, what we did is we just created branches and we just list out the branches. So how many branches and which branch for it, how to create the file, how to push the file, and how to get the files, push command using merge command. So if you see, I'm in currently in menu, so I'm going to git merge. Main is the master. So if you see, the master is failed because of why? Because it's not changing now. What it has been changed means we have to do the merge command using by the GitHub repositories only, which I showed you merge request. So that's the reason we are directly not able to do this because of to get the conflict to avoid this conflict content. So you can see here merge conflict Vinod. Okay, so you can see now menu is started to the merging part here. So this is the conflict errors we discussed last time. I think Subhashri said merging conflicts.
Yeah.
So the same
Yeah. Yeah.
file which we are adding in the master repository and branching, then what we are getting is conflict errors. So that is the reason it's not able to merge. So now it's started merging symbol. So how to avoid this merging means, so we have to give git merge hyphen avoid. You can see that abort means it will stop. I mean, like the merging is stopping, but we cannot able to do the merging. Okay. So again, I will do git merge. Which one? Master. Again, I got this one. Okay. So what is the content we will see? What is the issue it's showing here? So I'm doing git cat we know, and you can see here. This is the master it is showing, and this is the head it is showing. Okay. Then what I will do is I will go to the first master. I will edit to the file this file. Git checkout. Sorry, git merge hyphen about first, then git checkout. I will check in master also. It contains the
You
same.
check out the master to the local and
Yeah, master
that
to
again
other
you'll try to
branch.
merge.
Yeah, here I am in other branch is menu and I am checking out to master. In other branch, menu branch, when I am seeing this content is showing this conflicts. But in master branch, I am seeing the same file, but there is no conflicts.
Okay,
You
that
can
is
define
good.
here exactly this one. and this one. Both are same files, but conflict is here, but not here. So what I will do is again I will check out now. You know what is this changes? The git merge. I'm just pulling again. We'll see. It's updated now. Now we'll do again git merge. What? Git merge master. Same again conflict error. Then vi node. Then I can see here. I'm just deleting this conflict. So now what I'm doing is git merge. Isolation continue. So it's showing you have to remove the file 6 in the working tree and use git add or remove the file as appropriate to mark resolution and make as commit existing because of unresolved conflict Vinod. So e- either we have to add or we have to remove. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing add. You can see right what I did. So it is saying in merging. So it is saying you have to fix them on the working tree then using git remove or git add. So I cannot remove the file. That's why what I did is git add I did. Before adding that, what I did is I just continue the merging part. So I'm giving this command, not aborting. I'm just continuing the merging part. I'm doing this. So I push it down. So we'll see what is changes done here. We'll understand. Not this one. This one. See, you can see this is my menu. So what I did master changes has been appear here and my branch changes. Even master, you can see there is no changes here because of what is the difference here? Why it is not changing is because of I am taking the code which is in the master. I am adding the my lines under the master in the branches. So that's the reason you can it's a merging conflict showing here like this. So this is the master and this is my branch.
Okay.
So like this, any conflicts may come also. You can see these conflicts. You can continue the merge conflict and you can add and you can push. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the one error we can. But these are the development side issues actually, not from the our side. But I am showing you how to conflict. We can get uh, and how we have to do. So before that, while you are going to practice, I am telling you first create this token. Create here token first in settings part. Go to the developer settings, go to the personal access token, create a token. While creating the token, new token, while creating any token,
Sorry to interrupt here, Vinod.
mm,
Like
mm.
these steps only I'm expecting as a document, like
Oh,
step by step,
this thing.
creating the
Okay, yeah.
token,
Oh,
local
No, no, no.
repository.
First step would be to download the Git.
Ah,
Second step is to
yes,
go to open the GitHub.
s-
And then,
this one,
yes, from the scratch I'm expecting. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I understand. I will do this also.
Ah,
And
okay.
meanwhile, so here you have to
that will be
provide.
easy. Even in future, if you don't teach to someone, you can simply walk through the document.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, correct. I will do that same thing for you.
Yeah.
Then with the
With
branch code.
screenshots will be helpful. Sorry to trouble.
No, 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 no. I have to do.
Uh,
I will, with the help of for the future people also, it might be help for them also.
Yes, yes, yes.
I will do this also. So for this, I will provide the token name, and you have to choose here in your real time. I'm telling in your real time, you have to choose the custom as no expiry.
Okay.
Okay, no expiry you have to choose. Then once you have done, then you have to provide your expiry, I mean, details. Then which resource owner? Who is the owner actually? While you are giving this, so while you are pushing your code, first the Git will ask you your username. So your username should be this one. And the second token. So once you generate the token, you will get the token here. The token you should copy and paste it somewhere. And the token you have to provide in the instead of password place, you have to give your token details in the password part instead of giving the password. So then once it will appear, I mean, once it will appear and once it will take the details from the Git local Git, then they should not ask again and again password and username. Till now here, pushing, pulling, creating the branches, checking the branches, anything is done, Samruddin.
I'll walk through the document as well as this recording, and we'll
Hmm.
try practically. Then only we'll come to know where we are
If
getting
you do
stuck.
practically means then you
Uh,
may get errors. Then
Yeah.
only you can understand exactly.
exactly.
So if I say hey, how much commands also, it's not possible to understand
Mm,
actually.
exactly.
So today you can do this. So tomorrow again we will sit and again you guys in front of me can practice and can show me how you are doing. If I'm fine for your understanding, then we can go for the next thing is Maven.
Okay.
Maven and Tomcat.
Okay.
Why are they mainly used for? Maven Comcat?
Maven means what is the reason for Maven means this already we have done the code. Okay, after coding part once we have completed, next what is the next step we have to do? So what we have to do is we have to build the code, we have to compile the code.
Okay.
So after building the code, compiling the code, then the next what is the next step means we have to deploy the code. So where we have to deploy means we have to deploy in the Tomcat. So
Okay.
once we
Okay.
deploy the Tomcat, then only our code should be visible in the UI part
Okay.
in the Chrome. Then we can
Okay.
understand this is the code structure on the backend what developers has been developed.
So Git, we are only pushing the code into Git now.
Git. So
Next
nothing
is
is
next we are compile the compilation will also be done in Git itself, right?
no compilation done by the Maven.
Compilation will be done in Maven and then
Then once the compilation done, then we will
deploy
go for the deploy part. Deploy we are
deployment.
using the Tomcat.
Okay, okay, understood. Understood.
Once the
Okay.
Tomcat has been done, then we'll go for the next level, like automation. Jenkins. So these things we are done the manually, like creation the file, pushing the file, pulling, and also doing the installation of Maven. Once we have done the Maven installation, then we have to run some commands of Maven also. Once commands has been done, then it should be built from jar or wire files. Then we are deploying manually into Tomcat again. This is a manual process. In Jenkins again we have to do. This should be in the single click should be automation do and it should deploy the application automatically into the Tomcat server. So for that we have to create the pipeline. So how to create the pipeline for that? To
So all
automate
these
the
things would be done
single
man.
click.
Okay, okay,
So that way we need to make a automation.
okay.
Okay.
Then once we have done that, then we'll go for the AWS. So how to create the servers, what is load balancer, those things. Once it is done, we'll go for the Docker, then Kubernetes, then ELK, then Ansible. And that part also how we do the automation in through Jenkins.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss on this one. Before that, we'll discuss first Git. Once you are flexible, enter able to do that, then we'll go for next step for the Maven.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Shubhashri.
you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.